a significant fraction of the report was based upon classified information. As to whether or not it would change our view of what happened on 9/11, I don't think so.
This year marks 20 years since the terrorist attacks on September 11th and 17 years since a bipartisan commission appointed by Congress delivered its report on what happened and why. Today, 6 of the 10 commissioners who wrote that report reunited at IU's Bloomington campus.
CBS 4's Russ McQuaid reports not only did they talk about their work, they spoke about the current crisis they say America is facing right now.
These are the men and the woman who figured out 9/11 and pinpointed the intelligence failures and government issues that led to the worst attack on American soil since the War of 1812.
And nothing in the report has been undercut by things we've learned since.
The commissioners have reunited at IU to participate in group discussions and the filming of a documentary titled Are We Safer Today? Especially relevant, say the commissioners, because of the struggle to find common ground in investigating the election of Joe Biden as president and the attack that followed on the U.S. Capitol 2 weeks before his inauguration. Former South Bend Republican Congressman Tim Romer said he's recently worked behind the scenes with House Speaker and Democrat Nancy Pelosi to deliver a bipartisan congressional committee to investigate January 6th.
How do we stay together as a country and fight the threats that we see internally?
Former Senator Bob Kerrey fought in Vietnam and watched America get bogged down in yet another long war in Afghanistan.
The evidence is there that we reduced the threat of external attacks on the United States.
And in the wake of the recent withdrawal, he feels things are different now since people can immediately know what's happening with troop decisions.
If Google had been around in 1777, we probably would have relieved George Washington of command because he withdrew his forces in order to, withdrawals are difficult.
One commissioner said the Congressional Select Committee's January 6th inquiry could benefit from the questions the 9/11 investigators asked of a different attack almost 20 years ago.
I don't think there were intelligence failures. I think that the intelligence was there, but there was not an effort to bring the intelligence together. And I think that the question for the Select Committee is why.
The commissioners remain optimistic that America can unify again in the wake of this latest constitutional and security crisis. Russ McQuaid, CBS 4 News.